Hi everyone. So, Grigabel is a branding and communication agency which seeks to aid startups and existing SMMEs with their creation, strategy, and rebranding. Now, our value proposition is that we define elegance where there is purpose because a little moment of taking an action sometimes tend to become a big memory in the now future. Now, what we are offering is that we offer bespoke services which speaks to our client specific challenges through our informed and creative team with vast knowledge. Now, we are not only comfortable with our line of work, but also we are pleasant with our extra knowledge in law. So, our unique selling proposition to remain competitive will be based on technology, because technology will be key component since it will enable us to stay up to date on both the equipment as well as the knowledge in order to remain competitive in the market in the future. So, what is the problem? What is the problem? Now, most of the brands or businesses, particularly startups and SMMEs, still dwell on this narrative that branding refers to logo. Now, this logo perception leads to the brand's failure to establish brand identity, brand messaging, brand positioning, brand voice, style guide, social media branding. So, if a brand cannot articulate what it stands for, then obviously the brand will probably struggle to convince its prospective customers to buy from their businesses over that of their competitors. Now, also the SMMEs lacks time and resources to manage their brands and marketing efficiently. Now, marketing inefficiency sometimes leads to brand working without strategy, brands not being sure what their problems are, brands defaulting to DIY and losing their core business, and brands executing unproductive marketing and advertising campaigns. Now, the info above also indicates that not all businesses have a firm grasp on who they are as a brand, especially startups and SMMEs. So, what is our solution? As Creable Digitals, we are striving to specialize in creating, launching, and rebranding, as we aim to create, plan, measure, and manage branding strategies for our clients, including support in advertising and other forms of promotions. Now, our main solution is to build brand identity from the ground up, to establish brand positioning and messaging, to create brand strategy, to design company logos, to formulate the brand guidelines for design, style, as well as tone, to map out social media strategy that aligns with their company brand identity, to write copy for website and other digital assets that accurately reflects the brand voice. Last but not least, to rebuild established businesses. Now, this entire aspect or this design will lead us to the development of a brand message, which is mostly applied to the marketing and advertising campaigns. Now, the imperativeness of branding is to allow organizations to gain competitive advantage, to define coherent brand communication strategy, as well as to reach the target market and expand it. Now, we will also provide other supportive services, which includes the marketing, advertising, as well as photography, amongst other solutions that we will be providing. So our business model canvas will be structured in the following manner. Our value proposition will be based on branding, marketing, publicity, promotions, more customers, recognition, satisfaction, memories, customization, accessibility. performance, getting job done, evaluation, web design, and app development. Now, our customer segment will be anyone who has the business, entrepreneurs, SMMEs, and businesses within our region and or our province. Now, to ensure that we keep on going or we create relations with these customers, our customer relations will be based on or will be more on the personal level. It will be personalized with more interaction and continuous participation. Now, to ensure that we reach to these customers or target market, we'll be using the channels like through, or we'll be announcing ourselves through our website, through marketing, invoicing, advertising, digital media, radio and television, events and business networking, referrals and recommendations, as well as putting out the educational marketing content. Now, in this business model, our key partners will be Wix, SmedSims, Propella, obviously, advertisers, transportation, brands, sponsors, SMMEs, TV and radio, Twala Business News, as well as Agape Media Production, and also our key partners also will be freelancers like designers, photographers, as well as content writers. Now, our key activities will be strategy, content creation, web design, marketing design, promotions, campaigns, sponsors, and problem solving. Those will be our key activities. Now, coming to our key resources will be our employees, a famous person, a place where we'll be working, volunteers, sponsors, as well as investors. Those will be our key resources. Now, coming to our cost structure. Our cost structure will be value driven. Will be our personnel, marketing, advertising, data, production, sponsors, and transportation. Now, our revenue structure will be based on consultation fees, branding, marketing, advertising, photography, as well as sales. All right, now looking at customer validation. Validating the customer is very much important to us. Hence, we took 3 vital steps for us in order to establish fruitful process. Now, these steps are as following. The first step was market validation. The second one was problem validation, and the third one was product or service validation. Now, what we did is that we compiled our research, and also we found that according to CEDA and STATSA, the number of SMMEs in South Africa in the first quarter of 2019 were 2.55 million, in which they saw a growth of 4.4% year on year. Now, making the comparison of number of SMMEs in Gauteng between the first quarter of 2018 as well as the first quarter of 2019, we saw that in 2018, in the first quarter of 2018, number of SMMEs or startups were around 847,329. Now, in the first quarter of 2019, we saw the growth of startup SMMEs, the number getting up by being 903,220. Now, this impacted into negative 1.5% quarterly change, and we saw it grew by 6.6% on yearly change. Now, coming to the problem validation, problem that we saw that are faced by many entrepreneurs includes the fear of rebuilding or rebranding, and lack of knowledge in terms of marketing approaches, lack of intimate relations with their customers, unable to define their brand purpose and what differentiate them from others, and being unable to keep consistency in their brands, also being unable to craft their brand voice as well as personality, and lacking creativity in the mix, also lacking the competitive analysis. Now moving to our product or service validation, we found out that the services that we offer in branding makes a huge impact in terms of the following manner. We saw that branding equals to positive reputation, and in which each and every brand seeks positive reputation. We also found that branding is a need, not a luxury. And we also found out that no brand and no awareness. Now, nobody will ever know about your brand unless you take an action. We also found that branding builds bigger and better businesses. And branding creates recognition, reputation, and trust, resulting in better conversions. We also was enlightened that branding defines the corporate brand. Also, the world-built brands get premium for their products or services. And also, branding attracts the right talent. Now, for whom are we solving that ideal customer? We are solving for any person with a business. Now, but for who are we solving that segment? It's for CEOs, MDs, directors of small businesses. Now, which demographics are we targeting? We'll be targeting our region, which is the Val region or Sidibeng region in Gauteng. Now, the industries that we are targeting, we are going to move on stages. On the first phase or the first stage, the industries that we are targeting are all industries or industry sectors. Against whom are we competing? So our main competitors will be the DIYs, people who are doing it for themselves, people who are not taking an action, local marketing and advertising agencies, just like our local marketing agency, which is Marketing at Works. Now, the size of the companies that we are targeting is companies employing 1 to 500 plus employees. Those will be our target market.